Hello adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're inside the van for a very short project. Now, as many of you know, I have been staying in my NV200 about 75% of the year, and with that I have been kind of going through the growing pains of what it's like to be on the road, sometimes in the cold, sometimes in the heat. It's kind of crazy. The variables can really change the conditions within inside the actual box, and with that came a little issue. You might be seeing that my curtain has been sagging, and if you've been following my vlogs, you've seen it's been an ongoing battle. I've been pushing it up every day, it's been coming down, but this has lasted a lot longer than most of the other options. Now, when I first started out, I had these little clips right here, and I would clip the curtain along this ridge, but as you can imagine, that really eats into my space, and the curtain was kind of like draping awkwardly, so I really couldn't even sit in this area, and it made it really bad. But I figured out finally how I could mount the curtain a little bit forward. Now, let me show you why I need to do that. So inside the NV200, the bulkhead sits far back beyond the seats, and it sits about 1.5 to 2 feet back into the actual cab area. There's a few things that you can do to eliminate this, like pulling out the bulkhead or things like that, but I really didn't want to do that. A little different view here, you can see just how far that really does eat into the space. It's quite a bit, so the curtain would be like right here, which is like right in my doorway, which is a problem. And if we look at it from this side, you can see that there's a little area where my patches kind of start to kind of bend, and that's kind of where the seat drops down. So that's about where I want the curtain to actually be. So this has been running through this area the whole time, and this curtain is kind of heavy. So over time, it's just kind of become faulty, which isn't that big of a deal because we're gonna fix it today. Now, I've had a lot of suggestions over the time that I've been messing with this, and I've tried many of those. However, a lot of them didn't work. The clips were the most reliable method other than this right here. I've looked at the track system, but the track system still leaves a little gap, and so I'm looking for a different one that might not leave as much of a gap. But until I find that, I really like the Velcro. The Velcro has been wonderful, and it's very inexpensive and super easy. So all I need to do now is run some new Velcro. Okay, so I've been carrying this in the roof box because I can carry extra supplies up there. And so you can see one is the receiver end, one is the opposite side. And so they come in these 2 rolls, and you just kind of keep them stored separately. And so right now we're not gonna have to put both of these up. We only need to put up one side because the other side is still attached to the curtain quite well. I just need to fix the part that is actually on the van itself. So here we go. Now, realistically, I could just cut pieces that fit in the space that no longer is sticky, and that would save me some time and effort. As you can see, the parts that are actually on the plastic are still super secured, and it actually does pretty well until you get to right about here. So I need to cut a piece that will go up in this section all the way across, and then all the way over to about here. And that should solve the problem. So all I need to do is cut this one that's already pre-existing and then put the new piece up. And I'm going to try to do this without taking everything down, but we'll see. This has been a long time coming. I've been needing to do this since I think the freezing day. That's when it started to sag a little bit. So I'm going to grab some scissors, and then we're going to get to work on this. It shouldn't take very long, but again, I'm going to try to do this the easiest way I can. And sometimes easy isn't easy. We've learned that on the channel many times. So I think what I need to do is actually take the curtains down, and that's where the chaos could ensue. Let's go with this. Okay, to do this, I have 2 little clips that I hold the curtain together with at night. These are just little hair clips. They're super good for just securing the curtain in 2 places so that we keep all those gaps out. And so if I need to come back and forth between the cabs, I can usually just pull this over and keep it open again with the clips. But at nighttime, securing it like this is so good. So I'm just gonna put these away for the time being, and I kind of need to replace this one also. It's had a rough life. We'll do that when we go to the store next time. Okay, our next step is I'm going to hold this in place and then pull away the curtain, at least until we get over to the side. Oh, it's strong. But when we did that, notice that popped that little piece off. Now that's pretty sticky still, so again, I think we're gonna be okay. Let me grab some scissors. Okay, we have our little scissors, and so I'm just gonna take this and trim it off right here. Actually, I think I'm gonna pull it back just a little bit more and trim it. These are not the greatest scissors, guys. In fact, these scissors are not good at all. Oh no, that was much harder than it should have been, but I have now officially taken it off of the track and I'm just pushing it back to secure that side, and then we'll be able to run the piece up. Okay, so for here, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna hold this piece, pull the curtain away. It looks like this Velcro is definitely very secure. Yeah, oh, super secure, guys. Ugh. Almost too secure, almost too secure. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna pull it all the way over to here, separating it, and then we're gonna cut it. And I have to say, for this to not have sticky on it, still super, super well stuck together on this side. Just this side needed more love. These scissors are not good. Now these are just my little Dollar Tree 5000s. That's what we're gonna call them. Normally these scissors work well because I just use this little Velcro right here. This is what I stick all the patches to the front with. But these are not the same as this guy. Whenever I was back home at base camp, I used a much better pair of scissors, and now I'm wishing I had those. Okay, it was too hard. It was very difficult. These are not good. So I asked both Riley and Brock if they had scissors. Brock has a knife, so that might work, but I'm gonna try to avoid using a knife right now. Riley said she has scissors, but they're kitchen scissors. They gotta be better than these. Okay, we're back. These were the scissors we were using. Flimsy, not good, not cutting anything. These are the ones Riley had. She said, oh no, they're kitchen scissors. I can already tell you, these are like hands above the rest good. Like, that is a bite now. I can use these. So with that said, we're going to use them right here, and immediately it's already starting to cut. Oh yeah, so much better. Thanks, Riley. You just saved the day. If you're not following Riley already, go follow her. Riley does life. Go do it. She just helped me do life better because this was problematic. Also, I know I look super crazy and sound insane today. We had the best day ever, which you probably saw on one of my other uploads. We went to the gym, we had water massages, but then we went outside and it was windy, and this is the result. So I just kind of look like a scarecrow, and it's okay because scarecrows can do van projects too, right? I think so. Plus, I'm not trying to do anything to my hair because I may not be able to shower for a couple of days, so we're just gonna let it do its thing. In the meantime, this is rolled up. This is the other end, so we can just stick it together like this. And guess what? Now we don't need anything to secure it. That's super handy, right? I can just put it back in the roof box, and we're ready for next time. Okay, so now we have the piece off of the ceiling, and I'm touching the back of it, and I can definitely see why it was failing. Like, when it goes together, it sticks really well, but you can definitely tell that it doesn't have that same like sticky adhesive on it. It's pretty dry now, and you can tell that it's gotten some dust in there, and I had a beetle get in there. Like, what? Texas beetles are serious, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a template for how long that the other one needs to be, and we're just going to do it side by side, make it super simple, and make one cut, because we don't need to make more cuts than are necessary. Let's just be real. Okay, so since I have the two, this one's kind of bent up, so I'm gonna make sure there's a little extra of this one. And these are both just the fuzzy side. So I'm gonna put the fuzzy sides together, and then I'm gonna pull out until I get the correct amount where it looks like it lines up. We're just doing this so scientific today, guys, I can tell you. So after it's about to the length, then I'm going to take it and stretch it, and it's already stuck to the curtain. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, I put the clip on the end to hold it together so that I could line it up a little bit better. So you see we have it all lined up now. And then again, I'm just going to cut a little extra from where it lines up because I know that there is that little tiny bend. So I'm just gonna take it to like right here. Again, super scientific, I know. Oh gosh, these scissors are so much better than mine. I'm gonna have to ask Riley where she got these because I really like them. Is there a brand? No, there's not a brand. We're asking Riley. Now the one that wasn't sticky, it seems to be super sticky. I'm stuck, it's bad. Oh no, why is this so hard? No, really guys, I'm just trying to wind this one up, and this one just keeps sticking more and more. I need more hands. I need more hands. Oh wait, did we get, no. Ugh. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna roll this one up so we don't lose any of it, because I do want to keep this in case we have to do this fix again. Realistically, to do the whole thing, it took a little bit less than half a roll. We just are doing this correction, which took just a few feet, and then this is enough to correct it at least one more time. So this was a super good investment. I think I found this at Walmart. I may not have. I may have ordered it on Amazon. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but definitely doing the trick. Also, I know I look super crazy and sound insane today. We had the best day ever, which you probably saw on one of my other uploads. We went to the gym, we had water massages, But then we went outside and it was windy, and this is the result. So I just kind of look like a scarecrow, and it's okay because scarecrows can do van projects too, right? I think so. Plus, I'm not trying to do anything to my hair because I may not be able to shower for a couple of days. So we're just gonna let it do its thing. In the meantime, this is rolled up. This is the other end, so we can just stick it together like this. And guess what? Now we don't need anything to secure it. That's super handy, right? I can just put it back in the roof box, and we're ready for next time. But this isn't what we're here for, it's the other part. Let's go make sure nothing's sticking to that old piece. Unclipping, setting that to the side. This is going in the trash, but I want it to actually go in the trash, so we're gonna roll it into itself with the sticky side in, so we can place it into the trash bag and it not just like stick on all the walls like, you know? So now we can put it in the trash can. Okay, so now guys, you're gonna be seeing more of my hands and maybe the back of my head, but this is our new piece right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull off a little tiny part of it, and then I'm gonna start to put it onto the place it needs to go and pull away as I go. So that way we don't end up having that sticky stuff stick to everything like the other piece was. So we're gonna start on this side, and I'll just line it up to where that one ended, and I should be able to kind of press it into place to make sure I can line it up to where it needs to go. Okay, this seems to be a good path. There's also a tiny line that kind of gives me a guide, but again, because it's been moving around, I didn't want to just trust that. Okay, oh, we're a little off, There we go. We only get like really one good pull away on this, so we have to make sure that we're getting it as close as possible on this. And as I'm going, I just do small sections, and then I really rub it into the headliner. That's what really helped it stay. And we're just gonna keep going. And going a little bit more. We're almost there. We're on the end of the adventure. And as we're on the end of the adventure, I drifted just a little bit. But there we go. That's the basics for it. And then we just push it into place. And then this piece meets it almost right there. Woohoo, look at that. Yes, that is a good, secure piece of Velcro again. Except for this one corner. This one corner needs a little bit more love. Now, while we're waiting for this to like really adhere, let me tell you a couple little stories about why I like this curtain so much. Now, as you see, I have my windows blocked out, but you can see little light leaks. Now, I could not put a curtain up, and that would probably be fine for most people. However, if I'm back here and I need to change my clothes in the night, and I have my little overhead twinkle lights on, there's a little bit of a chance that somebody could possibly see in and leave me in a really uncomfortable position. Same thing if I'm going to the toilet. No one wants that. So I would rather have an additional layer of security. Now, here's the other cool part though. Whenever it is super hot or super cold, despite the fact that this is just a Velcroed curtain, there is a very big difference between the front and the back when it comes to the heat or the cool. So if it's super, super hot outside and I have my Reflectix up with my silver side out, I can actually deflect more of the heat. But sometimes the cab still gets a little bit of warmth because of those light leaks. But in the back, it can be nice and cool. I love that. So whenever I have my zero breeze going, it keeps it confined into the space so I stay cooler for a longer amount of time. Same thing for heat. If it's cold and I have my little tiny heater, it doesn't have to heat as much of the cab, so it doesn't take me as much electricity, and I don't have to run it for quite as long or possibly have to run it over and over and over because of the space. Again, with the trash, this one's not as bad at least. Okay, I'm gonna start with this side and I'm just gonna kind of put it into place. Now this is a pretty tight side because I wedge it kind of behind my front seat and then also the bed, and that keeps it a nice snug divider. I need to push it back just a little bit over here so that we close all of those light leaks, and then right here really secure it good. Now this side never opens and closes, so this one is super important that it's all the way flush and good. So I think that that's pretty good, but I'm also going to go in a minute and reinforce it from the other side. Now this side I do sometimes like to take up and down, so I have it where it overlaps just a little bit so that I can have a little flap there to hold on to so I can push up whenever I fully open it because there is such a good bond. So this is a little bit longer. I'm just going to start here on the new stuff and then pull it kind of sideways and up. I have it like that so that it'll fully fill in this little spot again. And then as we continue going, we make sure we push up on the Velcro that is below, and we line everything up. I'm a little off there. Let's fix it. And there we go. Now, again, pushing it up really good so that there's no light leaks. And you can see a tiny bit of the light through the curtain, but in comparison to it just being full on, it's way better. So let's go ahead and get this placed. And then I like to place this curtain behind this one, and that gives me that little pull tab. And then we just take our little clips that we took off, and we make sure everything is good, and we're done. Whew. Been wanting to do that for a while. It was way too windy when we were at Schoolypalooza to even tackle a project like this. What would happen is the wind would just flap the curtain around like one of those little inflatable things that you see outside of an auto dealership. It was really not okay. And then when we got out here, I thought I was going to be able to work on it on day one, and then again, the flapping of the breeze. So now that it is all fixed, I'm going to go up to the front seat, push it all in place like super good from a different angle, and then I'm ready to hit the road again. Okay, on this side, you'll notice that it has a little bit of what looks almost like a gathering, and that's exactly what I wanted it to be. I don't mind that that's there. Nobody can tell that it's a curtain when it's dark outside, but I would rather have it where there's no light leaks and it look like this. And then on this side, again, we're just pushing it up so that everything is in place and making any adjustments that need to be made. And you can hear it whenever it's making those adjustments. So that's good that we're getting it into the right spot. Okay, so now that that's finished, it's time to go take Riley her scissors back and ask her where she got them, because I need them now. And while we're traveling together, I just hope she knows these are now property of the community. Yeah, let's go ask. Where did you get these?
Yes.
Where did you get these?
So I bought them on Amazon. It actually came with this.
How
so
cute!
This is like one of those combination cutting board / collapsible sink things.
With scissors.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna come with the scissors. It just was an extra bonus.
The scissors are so good.
Yeah, and there's like a case that comes with it with a magnet too.
Just so you know, you are the scissor master now.
I guess I am. Yeah.
Ooh.
So. Yeah.
Okay, Riley, do you have a link for this on your channel?
I could.
Okay, yeah, you should do that because one, I'm going to buy them from you, but these are really good scissors. So if anybody needs good road scissors, this is really, really good. I'm very pleased with these. And that, I have one of these. I literally have one of these, but it doesn't have all the cutting board and stuff.
Yeah.
So one-stop shop for 3 different items.
Yep.
Yeah, Riley's gonna have a link for you guys. Okay, with that said, I'm going to close up the roof box, put up all the stuff that goes in there first, I guess, and call it a day. The wind is not too crazy. We got the project accomplished and finished, and now we can go to our event this weekend. Yeah, and not having a peeping Tom is definitely a good time. So there we go. Yeah, until next time, guys. Bye!